With EA announcing a lot of new hero items for FIFA 23, what I've done today is I have built up a tier list. It consists of an elite, a very good, not meta but fun, a void, and lastly the worst possible tier, a fodder tier. What I've done is I've got all 40 hero items, downloaded them, compressed the files so the file sizes were enough for the tier list, made my own tier list, and here we are, lads. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe, sit back, relax, and let's have some fun. Right, we've got the tier list up and ready to go, but we do also have a FUT bin open with all of the heroes on it, just in case we do get stuck and we want to have a look at the in-game stats to try and help me decide or make up my mind. But starting off, it's relatively easy. A BD Palais, in my opinion, is so very close to elite, or he is very good. I feel like if elite standard is, say, like a Ginola, then, you know what, we might change it around later. I'm going to put him in very good. In my opinion, he's either very high in very good or very low in elite, if that makes sense. Wlodzimierz is only 3-star. He's not the best. I'm going to put him under as a void. You could debate not meta but fun, but I'm just going to lean towards a void. We can't be too nice here. Now, it mainly is lots of the newer icons that we do need to look at on FUT bin, because I do know what, obviously, all of the last heroes were like in-game. Saeed, Owairan, I fucking butchered that one. Let's just call him Saeed. He is a right wing. He can play right mid-cam striker. He is 4-star, high medium, 94 pace is very, very nice. I want to have a look at what his agility and balance is like. He looks, I was going to say, he looks like he could be a very nice agile type of player. He doesn't look amazing, he doesn't look bad, but he looks fun, which is exactly why we have a not meta but fun tier. Next up is Brolin. I feel like he doesn't look too bad. I believe he is 4-star, 3-star though, and if he was 4-star, I may even lean towards very good, but we're just going to chuck him into the good tier. Tim Cahill, I'm going to put down as a void. If you're an Australian, then you can put him in not meta but fun. In fact, I probably would put him a little bit above Wlodzimierz in the avoid tier. Now, Campos is a goalkeeper. I believe he's changed from the Mexican League to the MLS League this year, or according to FUT bin he has anyways. Now, as for Campos, he is a goalkeeper, he can play striker, so you could easily debate not meta but fun, but I played over 1,000 games of FIFA last year, and at the beginning of the game, this card had so much hype saying he's a goalkeeper, he can play striker, people are going to be playing him striker, and I did not see him once play striker. In fact, I did not even see him be played once in goalkeeper. I do not think I matched against this card at all last FIFA, therefore we are going to put him into the fodder tier. Next up, we've got Capdevila, who is a new hero into the game. We jump on over to the FUT bin view here. He honestly looks underwhelming. He just looks underwhelming. I feel like this is probably what like a Ben Chilwell's first inform would look like. This is very 72 agility, 73 belt. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, 84 pace as well as a fullback. We're putting him into the fodder tier. Next up, we've got Carvalho. Now, I don't think he's going to be in the fodder tier. We're going to put him into the avoid tier. He's got 77 pace, which isn't crazy. He's got some good defensive stats. So, I don't know, it's one of them ones where he's a good defender. You definitely need a shadow or something to get that pace up as much as you can on him, a catalyst, something like that. I'll put him under avoid, and I'll even put him towards the higher end of avoid. Next up, we have got Joe Cole. Now, Joe Cole was very, very good last FIFA, and I think he's always going to be a relatively meta hero card. I'm going to put him in good, just above Brolin. Cordoba, in my opinion, very, very close to being elite, but we're going to put him with a BD Palais in very good. Or now Peter Crouch, this one is fun. If you look at his pace of 74, passing of 75, dribbling of, I believe, 78, he looks like a gold common card, but he is 6'7", alright? So I'm just going to be honest with you, no defender in the game is probably going to be able to mark this man at the back post, and similar to this man right here, he is going to slot perfectly in to the not meta but fun tier. Peter Crouch is a definition of not meta but fun. Clint Dempsey, I'm going to put into a void, could even debate fodder, but we'll put him to the low end of the void. Di Natale, I don't know, man. It's between elite or very good. If we're going off of this year, Di Natale, in my opinion, was better than a BD Palais. Who knows what the meta is this year? Maybe it will favor the more, you know, kind of, I say more favor. I'm going to put Di Natale in elite, because what I was going to say, and that's what made me actually make my mind up, is obviously Pele is like a small, agile, wriggle around the defenders type of player. You know, remember, Di Natale is exactly that player as well, except I think Di Natale is 5-star weak foot or 5-star skill moves, right? Ahead of Abidi Pele's 4-star, 4-stars, so we're just going to put Di Natale in elite here. This Donovan card looks very, very good. You know what? I said he looks very good, so he could put him in very good, but I'm going to put him in the highest of good, along with Joe Cole. Dudek we'll just put in good. Keepers are quite hard to judge. Might be alright, might be terrible in game. That's just how keepers are. This 4-land card, oh, I want to have a look at this one. 4-star, 4-star. His agility and balance is not the best, but he's got some absolutely clinical shooting. He's not necessarily slow either. I don't know, he doesn't look bad. He looks kind of like a bit of a target man up front, maybe. He's got some pace on him. I'll put him in the low tier or the low end of good. Ginola elite, and I'll put him above Di Natale as well. Ginola is just that guy. He's absolutely phenomenal. Mario Gomez, you know. Now, I'm not going to lie, I think he was very underrated last year. I'm not going to put him into the not meta but fun. And I'm going to put him high tier good as well, along with Cole, Donovan, and Gomez. I think is like the best three in the good tier. You could even debate, you could put them in the very good tier, and then put Abidi, Pele, and Cordoba up to elite. Next up, we've got, I believe, is it Sidney Govou? Hopefully, I am pronouncing that somewhat correctly. I want to go ahead and have a look at his in-game stats. 4-star skill moves with a 3-star weak foot. Very good shooting, relatively fast as well. I mean, relatively 89 is very nice. His stamina of 80 is not the best, he's not the strongest. 5'10", he's not the most agile. I mean, 83, 82 is not awful. I don't know, he looks good. He looks good, but not much more than that. We will slot him in along with Forlan. Now, Robbie Keane, although I'm an Arsenal fan, and he's a bit of a Tottenham legend, this hurts to do, but he is very good. I don't care what anyone says, Keane is very, very good in this game. Next up, we've got Harry Kewell. Honestly, he does not look bad at all. One for all of the Aussies out there. I think I'm going to put him in good. High tier, good, or once again, you could make a debate for low tier, very good. I think the only reason I'm not putting him a little bit further up, or, you know, in the very good tier, is the fact he is 3-star weak foot. If he was 4-star, 4-star, it might change my mind, but also what caught my eye was the 80 positioning is not really ideal. 78 stamina as well, which now that I look at, I'm quite happy with him in the good tier. Collar, I'm not going to lie, lads. I mean, there is a debate that some slower centre backs are better, but 71 pace is most definitely pushing it, and for me, he's going into the fodder tier. Next up, we've got Dirk Kuyt. Hopefully, it is once again pronounced. Now, honestly, he is just screaming out a void tier. He's with the rest of these heroes here, just they're not great. I wouldn't go as far to say he's fodder. I think he's got a lot more usability about them than the players in the fodder tier, but he's 3-star, and his stats just aren't anything crazy. Now we're stepping it up a little bit. We've gone for Lucio, alright? Now, I think he's got to be very good tier. I'm going to put him above Keane in very good. He looks like an absolutely phenomenal centre-back. I'm not sure if I'd rate him over Cordoba. They're very different players. In fact, these two together would be phenomenal, because I'd have the right, like, Cordoba's a smaller, more agile, kind of pacey one. Then you've got Lucio, who's more of a tank, really good defensively. So, in fact, Cordoba and Lucio would be a brilliant centre-back partnership, ironically enough. So, I'm going to slot him into the very good tier. I'll put him alongside Cordoba, ahead of Keane, behind Adibi Pele. Now, good old Freddy, I'm going to put him in a good tier. He looks like a very solid Premier League winger. In fact, I will chuck him over Sidney, I think his name is, right? So I'll put Freddy in the good tier. I think that's fair enough. Next up, we have got Marquisio. Now, if we head on over to his foot bin, he is Hullet gang. I feel like none of his stats really scream out good except for his passing. He is 4-star as well, which is nice. But other than that, you know, it's nothing amazing. It's not like insane. So therefore, I do think that just limits out the very good tier. Obviously, that limits out the elite tier. So we are going to put him into the good tier, and we're going to put him alongside Donovan and Akul. Mascherano, only 76 pace. I would have liked this card a little bit more if he was a CDM. I believe he does have an alternative position as a CDM, so you can always position modify it, but I feel like if they gave it to him as a CDM, they would have boosted the passing and dribbling a little bit more. I don't know, I'll put him into high tier avoid, maybe not meta but fun, But you know, I'm going to stick with my guts here and we're going to put him in high tier avoid. Next up, we have got Melito. I feel like he is also screaming similar to Crouch and Saeed. I'm going to put him into the not meta but fun tier. I don't think he's on a similar level as any of these cards in the good tier. Maybe he is though. Maybe he is. If we've put Sidney in the good tier, you know what? Now that I'm double thinking it, this Sidney card, do I drop down to not meta but fun? And then bring Melito up? I don't know. I feel like these two are both in the same tier, but I cannot decide which one between good or not meta but fun. I'm going to keep it like this right now, not meta but fun, and we might come back to this after and change it around. Morientes, I'm going to put in low tier good. Mostovoy, he's not the fastest, but he does have a 4-star skill moves and a 5-star weak foot, which makes up for it. So I'm going to put him into the good as well. 74 pace, similar to Collar. 74 pace on the center back is pushing it a little bit. Could debate avoid, but I'm going to also put him down with Collar in fodder. Next up, we have got Nakata. Now, he was an icon last year. Obviously, EA removed his icon and added him as a hero. He's 4-star, 4-star. His stats don't look awful. I'm going to put him in the low tier good right behind Mori. You know what? I'll put him, yeah, I think him and Morientes are a similar level. Okocha has kept his 5-star skill moves and his 4-star weak foot. Now, one thing that he has kept as well, sadly, is his medium-low work rate. I would say very good if he was like high-low or high-medium. But I'm going to put him very high tier good. Next up on the list, we've got Pepin. He's most definitely not the fastest with only 83 pace, but he is absolutely clinical. He's got some incredible shooting. His dribbling and agility isn't the best either. I'm going to put him in, you know, around the middle of good. I think he's very, very similar to Mario Gomez, to be exact. We've got Park Ji-sung, who was finally gotten a card on FIFA. Long time coming. He looks very good. He's very versatile as well. He displays as a left mid, but he does have alternative positions of, I believe, left wing, centre mid. I think he might be a right mid, but do not hold me accountable on that statement. He looked very good. To be exact, I would say I can't put him in the very good tier and leave Okocha in the good tier. So it's one of the scenarios where they're either both in the very good tier and both in the good tier. I am going to put them both in the good tier though, because I do still think that Kane is just a level above them. Ricken, I'm going to put into avoid, quite self-explanatory. Hopefully I say it correctly when I say Smolarek. Now this is a card I've not seen, so we're going to jump on over to the foot bin and have a look. Now, he has got 3-star, which is a massive red flag, but he is 5'7", and I noticed that 97 balance, 90 agility, yeah, no, okay, he's got some good dribbling, 91 dribbling, 97 balance as well. His stamina is not the best, his passing is average, his shooting is, I mean, you know, quite standard for a striker. He looks like a very fast, agile, relatively small striker. He's a left footer. That 3-star is letting him down. Man, if he had 4-star, I'd probably put him in a very good tier, to be honest with you. Sadly though, once he is 3-star, we are going to put him into the good tier alongside Okocha and Park Ji-sung. Ole, not bad, not amazing. We'll put him into the good tier. 3-star skill moves, I think it is. 4-star weak foot. He looks like a good target man, but he can't really dribble. He'll feel a little bit heavy on the ball. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Yaya Toure, who I am yet to try, but going off of how this card looks, how good his body type is, and very similar to what we've seen with Patrick Vieira, how meta having that big 6'3" body type is in that CDM role, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put Yaya Toure in elite tier along with Di Natale and Ginola. I think this card is going to be an absolute menace, and as I said, I think he is so similar to Patrick Vieira. Last but not least, we are left with Vola, who we are going to jump on over to Footbin here. Now, he has 89 pace, some very nice shooting. His passing isn't the best, but as a striker, that's alright. 87 agility, the 76 balance tells me he's going to feel a little bit iffy on the ball. Great hitting accuracy, very nice stamina, which there's been quite a few players with poor stamina today, so it was refreshing to see Vola with 91 stamina. Yeah, very good jumping, great hitting accuracy. I think he looks like a low tier, very good type of card. Now, looking back at it, if I put him here, I don't know, I feel like I want to change some things. I feel like this Okocha card is so close to being very good. It's just he's got 72 stamina. If you can look past that stamina, then I can definitely put him in the very good tier. I can most definitely put him in a very good tier. If you look past the 72 stamina, you will have to sub him off around the 70th minute, or maybe if he's a super sub, you could sub him on. then I can see him in the very good tier. That is one thing that I could change, because he is 93 agility, 92 balance, 5-star, 4-star. He's relatively fast, good shooting, good passing stats. It's just his physical stats that really let him down. This Vola card as well on second thought, having a 3-star weak foot, I believe it was. And I don't know, man, it's a tough one because he looks like a proper target man. But he's just, you can tell, he's like the odd one out in this very good tier, right? So we are going to put him down to high tier good. I think I'm relatively happy with this. I kind of stopped doing it in order in the tiers, so don't pay too attention to say Donovan and Cole ahead of like Gomez and Papin. Don't pay too much attention to that. But as for the elite and very good tier, I'm pretty confident with this order. I'd probably say from best to worst in the elite to very good tier. Obviously the fodder, avoid. I'm pretty confident with this tier list. Not meta but fun. Melito is probably one that I might push up to good. I might push him up to good. I don't know. If I push him up to good, I have to push him up to good as well. I feel like these guys are just some like big target men that are going to be fun to use. They're going to be fun at the back post. They're going to have a great header on them. This man here, I feel like he's just going to be a nice type of dribbling type of guy. Peter Crouch, don't have to explain it. He's bloody 6'7". He'll be a lot of fun. So I feel like we're going to keep Sidney and Melito there. And I feel like that not meta but fun tier is quite justified. All in all though, I'm actually relatively happy with how this tier list turned out. Let me know in the comments down below what you would change. Do you think I got it spot on? Do you heavily disagree with me? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below as well. Do not come for me, or I do not try and dox my address and hunt me down if you disagree with my opinion. I promise it's not that deep, but I am still relatively happy with the outcome of this. Lads, much love. Make sure to drop me a like. Make sure to subscribe if you did enjoy. Check me out on my socials in the bio or the description down below. And until next time, boys,